the SSB for ND.
Okay. Right, who else is there? Akash Thakur, how are you?
Fine, sir. And waiting for my AFSB, which is on 9th May onwards.
9th May. Okay,
Yes.
right. So कैसी तैयारी चल रही है?
Yes, it is quite well.
Going well. Very nice. Yes, Saket Sinha. Right,
Yes,
who
sir.
else is there? Akash Thakur, how are you?
Fine, sir. And waiting for my AFSB, which is on 9th May.
9th May. कैसी तैयारी चल रही है?
Yes, it is quite well.
Well, there is some echo or something, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Fine, sir. And waiting for my AFSB, which is on 9th May.
Okay, is it still there? There is some echo or something, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Saket, good evening, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good evening.
Okay. Right, so when is your SSB?
Sir, 6 May Bhopal, TS 47.
6th May.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, is this your first attempt or you've been there earlier?
No, it's my first attempt.
First attempt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you must prepare well for your um, screening first of all.
Yes, sir.
Right?
I'm fine, sir.
ये क्या हो रहा है यार? What is this?
So excuse me, sir. If you put on the earphone or headphone, I think echo is going on.
And let me just check. No, it's not that echo. It's that repetition. कहाँ से हो रहा है? Jatin Gupta, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, put on the earphone now. Okay, Saket, can you just switch on your camera? I just want to see your face. I'm not able to recollect you. And who is this? Adesh Mishra. Hmm. Some Adesh Mishra here. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do is I'll have a I'll show you some pictures. Okay, and I would like you to write a story on that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
it is possible that you might have seen those pictures earlier, but then do your bit, and it's quite possible you get the similar story. I mean similar pictures in your SSB also, right? And after that we will have the narration. Okay. So let me share the screen. Okay. So the exercise is PPDT story writing. I don't think you need to go through all this. Is it required? Going through all these stages? Or you just move on to the writing of story and narration?
Yes, sir. On the writing of the story, sir.
Okay. Right.
Sir,
Adesh
I
Mishra? हाँ आदित्य कोई डाउट है?
सर मुझे आकाश को
No, sir.
हाँ तो क्या डाउट है आकाश? What's the doubt?
Sir, my doubt is, may I allowed to use any Hindi word if I don't know it's English, sir?
You're talking of narration.
Yes, sir, narration or anything, any process which I will.
Then if you get stuck, then you can use a phrase or two of Hindi and then revert back to English. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I use any Hindi word. Sir. Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello.
Okay,
Sir, am I audible, sir?
just a minute. Okay. Is that echoing there now or?
Sir, I was telling that will it be any negative impact on the assessors if I use any Hindi word?
No, not a negative impact. Only thing that you should not use Hindi throughout. समझ रहे हो? हाँ, बीच में अगर आप अटक जाते हो तो हिंदी बोल सकते हो.
Okay, sir. And the second question is, sir, what if on the time in the PPDT, if I couldn't manage to complete the story, so what should I do, sir, after that?
Yeah, if you are not able to complete the story.
Yes, sir. Writing of the story.
पहली बात तो तुम्हें इसकी प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए. You should be able to write the story within the given time, right?
Yes.
तो short story लिखो, ज़्यादा लंबा लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. And if for some reason you're not able to write your story fully, then what you need to do is कि आप narration के टाइम पे उसको complete कर सकते हो. Right? आपके दिमाग में तो स्टोरी है लेकिन उसमें टाइम खत्म हो गया तो आप लिख नहीं पाए हो लेकिन आप बोल तो सकते हो. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Understood. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And the third one is, sir, what should be the approach for any neutral picture, sir?
No, वो जरा हम देखेंगे. Let us see. अभी it's difficult to say it like this. It will be better that we practice these by writing stories on specific pictures. ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So धीरे धीरे अपने डाउट्स क्लियर करो. एक उसमें सारे डाउट्स नहीं क्लियर हो सकते हैं. ठीक है? Yeah. So you will be shown a hazy picture for 30 seconds, 1 minute to record your observations. Observations you are supposed to be recording in this box which is given provided here. उसमें आपने क्या लिखना है कि number of characters that you see in the picture, like number of characters can be 3 or 4 or more than 10. Their age, in case it is 1 or 2 characters you can mention, otherwise in case there is a group, there is a large number of characters, then what you need to do is just write the aging bracket. Okay, they are between 20 to 30 years, or they are in 20s, or between 20 to 60 years, whatever, right? Sex, again, male, female, or person, in case you cannot make out. और जहाँ पे ज़्यादा आपको तादाद नजर आ रही है कैरेक्टर्स की, then of course don't waste your time in writing or identifying how many 10 males and 5 females or something like that. Just write maybe your main character, the hero of the story, उसको आप बता सकते हो कि he is male of such and such age and in such and such mood. Rest of the people you can just say that they're in the age group of 20 to 40 or 60 or whatever you want to write, right? And thereafter you get 4 minutes to write your story. Now this total 1 plus 4 minutes is not sacrosanct in the sense you are briefed about it, but I would suggest that you try and devote that 1 minute for writing your observations. और 4 मिनट स्टोरी लिखने के लिए काफी. स्टोरी जब आप लिख रहे हो उसका एक आपको टाइटल भी देना है, right? What is the action going on? All right, चलो. And when you write the story, आपको कोई पिक्चर दिखाई दे रही है, and then you see that there are some kind of some action is taking place. Now that action could be a scene of celebration, it could be a scene of grief or sorrow or anything, right? It can be accident, it can be fire, it can be a picnic, right? So वो scene आपको दिखाई दे रहा है सामने. Now what is the thing which has happened before that which led to this particular situation, right? उसको आपने लिंक करना है. And इसके बाद में क्या हुआ? Use your imagination but be realistic, right? आपकी picture story जो है, it should relate to the picture. Okay. चलो. और नरेशन के टाइम पे आपको जीटीओ एक ब्रीफिंग देता है इन द पीपीडीटी हॉल और पीपीडीटी रूम, व्हाटएवर इट इज, एंड he will tell you, okay, starting from left to right, let us say chest number 1 to 15. Okay, chest number 1 will narrate his story first, whatever you have written, right? And that briefing is, I think, fairly comprehensive. और वही आपने narration शुरू करना है, right? It could be I mean you remain seated and then continue your narration, right? उसके बाद में जैसे आप फिनिश करते हो, the second person automatically starts. You don't have to stand up, you don't have to greet the assessors or something like that. आप सीधे अपना narration करो, and जैसे आप फिनिश करते हो, the next person starts his narration. Once the narration finishes, then you start the discussion. And discussion, of course, here we may not be able to do the discussion, but that is the general sequence, right? In discussion, you need to initiate the discussion. कोशिश करो कि discussion आप initiate कर सको and present your own views, but don't generally repeat the story. Right? आप अपनी narration already कर चुके हो, everyone has done that, but you don't have to repeat the story. Now you try and take points from others or try and coordinate in such a manner that you are able to hear, you are able to get a consensus, build a consensus story, right? Ensure that there is active participation and involvement of others. Try and help build the consensus, right? This is as far as the discussion is concerned. Now, this is the picture, and I would like you to make a story on this. You all can see the picture?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I'll just time you. Keenly observe the picture. I hope it is big enough. Yes, start writing your observations and your stories. Okay. Please stop writing. Stop writing your stories. Okay, all of you written the story. You can
Yes,
just
sir.
give a thumbs up or something. You can use a emoji. Okay. Right. So what is the title of your story or action that you see, Samir?
Uh,
Sir, I wrote a story on a trip to Arunachal Pradesh.
Trip to Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us see what is the picture like. Trip to Arunachal Pradesh. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, Aditya, what about you?
sir, I perceived the action of my story is helping the injured people due to accident.
Okay. I think I'll have to put on this headset. Okay. Yes, what about Akash? What's the action of your story? Akash Thakur.
Mountain.
भाई गाड़ी बंद कर।
Yes, sir. Enjoying a trip of
Enjoying a trip of
mountain climbing.
mountain climbing.
Yes.
Okay. Chalo. Yeah. Who else is there?
I am sir.
Saket.
Sir, I wrote the story around. So the action I perceived was helping the victims of car accident.
Helping victims of car accident. Okay.
On it.
Jatin. Akash. Okay, let us listen to your stories. Samir, please narrate your story. I'm going to time you, right? Approximately 45 seconds for your story.
Yes, sir.
Start, Samir.
Okay. In the picture shown to us, I perceived multiple characters. The action of my story is on a trip to Arunachal Pradesh. Prasant, after his 12th board exams, decided to visit Arunachal Pradesh with his friend on Zero Music Festival, which is held every year in the month of September. He convinced everyone and asked for fund for the trip. He, after discussions, decided to go there by train and also booked hotel in advance. He they reached 2 days before the concert and decided to go on a trekking. After they booked a tour guide, they visited various places. After latter day, they visited a lake on a houseboat. After this, they visited the concert and recollected pictures there and enjoyed a lot and returned to the home happily.
Okay. So you're taking about 52 seconds, Samir. But पिक्चर में जो दिखाई दे रहा है आपकी
Yes, sir.
स्टोरी में वो बिल्कुल इंक्लूडेड नहीं है.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
तुम खाली you are just roaming around all over this thing. दो दिन पहले आप चले गए हो और
Yes,
आपने
sir.
पूरा शहर घूम लिया है. लेकिन यहाँ पे there is something which is happening on the road.
Yes,
वो
sir.
तो उसका तो रेलेवेंस है ही नहीं कहीं आपकी स्टोरी में. Why is that?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope you are able to see the picture.
Yes, sir. I think so. Yes, sir.
है ना. तो
Yes.
वहां पे आप उसमें ये क्यों नहीं देख पा रहे हो कि there is something which is happening on the road. There's some person lying down or there's a jeep stuck there, right? Or some people around.
Yes, sir.
So why is that not reflected in your story?
Sorry, sir, I
Is
did
there-
not perceive the man lying on the floor, sir, on the road, sir.
तो देखो यही यही चीज इम्पोर्टेंट हो सकता है शायद. नो आई नो यू आर वाचिंग इट फ्रॉम द on your mobile or laptop.
So it is a tab, sir, around a phone
Okay.
size.
So I don't know whether you're able to exactly see the picture properly or not. But
Yes, sir.
see,
Sir, but my fault is there, sir. I did not perceive that part properly.
see, पिक्चर में हो क्या रहा है उसके ऊपर आपने लिखना है.
Yes, sir.
So I was thinking, I was waiting कि अब शायद तुम बताओगे लेकिन तुम 35-40 सेकंड हो गए और तब तक आपका खाली वो ट्रिप ही चल रहा है. And
Yes,
nowhere
sir.
there's a mention of this, right? Or if there is आपका relevance नहीं है, then of course you know I mean the chances are that your story may not be accepted much.
Yes, sir. I'll improve, sir. Thank you,
Right,
sir.
Aditya,
Yes, sir.
are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Gentlemen, through the picture shown to us, I have perceived 6 characters, and I'm the male of 18 years of age whose name is Ajay, was the main character of mine. And the action of the story is helping the injured people due to accident. Ajay was a young boy going to school in his district, Chamoli, Uttarakhand, and one day he found a tourist jeep was in trouble as they were injured by saving the animals in the mountain region. Ajay with his friends gave first aid by covering the wound by hanky and small cloth, and then moved for the help to the near people and called the ambulance and admitted them to the hospital. And also then they called their family and police, and they were happy to help.
Okay, chalo, fine. So 42 seconds you have taken. I think you know your narration, your story is fairly satisfactory, and there is a perceptible improvement in your flow of narration. Okay, so keep it up.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Chalo, okay. Akash Thakur.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. You ready with your narration?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please start.
In this picture, I perceived 6 characters, male, positive mood, and age between 23 to 25. Action of my story is enjoying a mountain trip. Rajesh was a student of English honors and also an NCC cadet. He one day decided to visit a mountain, and thereafter they choose the place as Jachandi. They fixed a very best planning. They also choose a common timing and contributed some money. They went there by jeep, and they by going there they put their mat and set up a tent. Thereafter they took refreshments and went for rock climbing. They took mountain rappelling and mountain climbing and enjoyed it very well. Thank you, sir.
All right. So, Akash, have you not seen there's something, you know, the jeep is stuck? You observe किया तुमने कि नहीं किया?
ये सर मैंने जीप स्टक देखा और मैंने
उसके
ये
आगे
सोचा
भी
कि
लोग उसके आगे लोग कोई पड़ा हुआ है सड़क पे या कोई यू नो जीप के आगे रोड पे कोई लोग हैं 3-4 लोग हैं वहां पे तो आप तो खाली एंजॉय कर रहे हो
सर वो पीछे मैट बिछाते हुए मैंने देखा ना तो मुझे लगा कि वो
मतलब सड़क पे मैट बिछाएगा कोई
सर वो पीछे एक 2 बंदे लग रहे हैं ऐसा कोई मैट बिछा रहा है
मतलब सड़क के ऊपर मैट क्यों बिछाएंगे
सर वो मैंने परसीव करा कि वो माउंटेन हिली एरिया में कर रहा है सड़क जैसे
not at all realistic, right? So आप अपने आप प्रीमेडिटेट करके और आप अवॉइड कर रहे हो सिचुएशन को, right? You are not really addressing the situation which is being shown in the picture. Okay? Yes. So ऐसी स्टोरी नहीं चलेगी. Yeah. Jatin, are you there? Okay, Saket.
I perceive multiple characters in this picture, age group of 20 to 30. The action of my story is helping the victims of the accident. Ram and his friends were exploring the outskirts of the village. When they found out that a cart was hit by a rock which fell from a mountain, they immediately rushed towards it. They took out the victims which were there, and they immediately rushed them towards the hospital. They gave them the medical treatment that was possible in their village. They also called a mechanic that was nearby available and helped them get their car fixed. They also offered them a night to stay with them, and they spent a night in the village and explored it, and the next morning they went and continued their journey.
Okay. Right. I think, by and large, your story is satisfactory, right? And ठीक है, at least it is addressing the situation on the ground, right? जो picture में दिखाई दे रही है situation, उसको address कर रहे हो आप. And ठीक है, the confidence is also okay. Just keep that up. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Chalo.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Who's that?
Sir, as I wrote my story against the accident, and also one also wrote it towards accident. If sir, in SSB someone writes this of the same theme and narrates before it, so is it feasible to change at that moment, or
Why
should
do you
we
want to change that? Why do you want to change that?
if they see that it is copy or something like that?
अरे कैसे कॉपी कर लोगे तुम? कैसे कॉपी कर सकते हो तुम?
Yes, sir.
आपके पास इतना टाइम है कि आप कॉपी कर लोगे?
No.
हाँ?
नहीं.
So only thing what happens is, people practice these things beforehand. बहुत सारी practice करके लोग जाते हैं. तुम लोग भी practice कर रहे हो, right? So it is quite possible that you more than one person might write a similar story. So which is perfectly okay, right? But उसमें भी हर एक चीज word to word same नहीं होगा, right? The theme may be same, the language will be different.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So it is
yes,
perfectly
sir.
all right. You don't have to change that thing. And it also happens in cases where there are a lot of coaching centers or a lot of practices that people do. एक साथ में practice करते हैं और वो फिर वही story एक common सी story बना देते हैं, which is possible, right? So long as your story is realistic, it is relating to the picture, you don't worry about कि किसी ने वैसी स्टोरी लिखी है कि नहीं लिखी है. आपका स्टोरी जो है, आप वो देखो कि आपकी स्टोरी पिक्चर को एड्रेस कर रही है कि नहीं कर रही.
Okay, sir.
राइट. सो यू डोंट वरी अबाउट कि किसी ने कैसी स्टोरी लिखी. आपकी स्टोरी रिलेट कर रही है कि नहीं पिक्चर से. यू शुड जस्ट बी बॉदर्ड अबाउट दैट. Now, once you come to the discussion stage, then of course, you can say, okay, majority of the people, or as chess number certain such have also said this. So let us take this as a common story. Right? इस तरह से कुछ बोल सकते. Yes. Anybody else who's left for this, for narration? I think you all have done that, right? Okay. So shall we practice one more?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very ready, sir.
Okay, can you see this? दिखाई दे रहा है? अभी क्लियर है?
Sir, the picture hasn't changed, sir.
ना पिक्चर नहीं दिखाई दे रही है.
The picture hasn't changed, sir. It has shown the earlier one.
Just a minute.
No, sir, it's different, sir.
डिफरेंट है ना. ब्रिज दिखाई दे रहे हैं.
सर ब्रिज और दो बच्चे हैं, मतलब दो लड़के हैं.
हाँ. आदित्य अभी देखो, रिफ्रेश करो तुम अपने उसको. Right, everyone can see that.
Yes, sir.
Aditya. Samir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see the picture now. Second picture. Is it visible or no?
It is clearly visible, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, the time starts now. Okay. So start writing your uh, observation and story. Akash, please mute yourself. Okay, guys, stop writing. Time is up. Stop writing. Yes, Akash, have you finished? Saket,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
chalo Akash, narrate your story.
Okay. In this picture, I perceive two characters between the age group of 23 to 25. Mood is positive, and action of my story is getting refreshed after the examination. Shivam, who is a student of graduation, has recently appeared for CDS examination. He prepared it very well and very with hard work. Thereafter, he did the examination very well. After the examination, he decided to get refreshed. He, with his friend, went to nearby river. There, they did swimming, boating, and they did there also fishing and enjoyed there very well. After that, thereafter, Shivam felt very uh, satisfied and also very refreshed.
Okay. Yeah, बहुत simple सी story है. There's not much of action here, right? But ठीक है, अटक जा रहे हो आप बोलते बोलते. तो थोड़ा सा practice करो. You're finding yourself at loss of words, right? When you're taking time also, you're taking
Yes,
a
sir.
little more, about 1 minute. Okay. Okay, Samir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, in the picture shown to us, I perceive two characters of age around 18 to 20 years old. Both are in positive mood. The action of my story is helping to literate the old people. Tushar and Keshav were two friends came to know about that the literacy of their district is very low. They collected the data and found out many older people who were workers or farmers were unable to complete their education and could not read and write. They decided to visit villages and teach them on weekends. They continued this process for around 6 to 7 months and able to literate many of the older farmers and workers. Soon by their initiative, many of their classmates also came forward and decided to do the same. By this, many of the older people were literate by this approach.
Okay, so ये खड़े होके कर क्या रहे हैं ब्रिज के ऊपर?
So they were going to a village.
They are not going to a village. They are, looking at something. या तो तुम उसको वो बुलाओ कि वो they are, after they finish, they are just feeling very satisfied, looking at the various villages around that river or something. उसको थोड़ा सा context में तो लेके आओ. This river, this bridge, these two people looking, observing something, from the center of the bridge.
Yes, sir.
At least put that in context, na?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Right. बाकी story ठीक है, लेकिन उसको context में तो लेके आओ. इसका तो कहीं जिक्र भी नहीं हो रहा तुम्हारे पास. ब्रिज में खड़े हुए हैं और कुछ observe कर रहे हैं.
Sir, I guess they visited the village.
No, वो तो आप guess कर रहे हो ना. आपने बोला तो कुछ नहीं है.
Yes, sir.
You getting the point?
Yes, sir. I guess I get the point.
Yes. So even if you can, put this, thing in context and mention that, they are around the, this river, along the river, some villages, etc., and they're feeling very satisfied or something like that. So
yes,
at least bring this thing in your story. Something, some mention of these two gentlemen standing on the bridge and watching something. Okay. ये तो हमने से आपका. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
चलो. Okay. Yes, Aditya. Yeah, go ahead, Aditya.
Pretty much the picture compares, I have seen two characters, one of male of 19 years age and a female of 18 years age. And the national story was introspecting.
Can you repeat? Can you start again? You're not very clearly audible.
Okay, sir.
थोड़ा माइक
I'm
ठीक
audible
करके
now.
सामने रखो. हाँ,
I'm audible now.
हाँ, better now.
Okay. A gentleman to the picture shown to us, I have perceived two characters, one of male of age 19 years age and female of 18 years age, both were poverty. And the action of the story was introspecting their lives. Amit and Sakshi, both were friends, both were siblings, living in a village near to small river, and their schools were on the other side of river at a large distance. As they were belonged to poor family and but they were good at study and decided to be a teacher so that their poor children from their village got education better way and near to home. So both opened a school after some years, and they were aware about the difficulty they faced in their early life, and educated their children better way, and was happy to do, and they perfect their life in a better way.
Okay. Uh, ठीक है. Just about satisfactory. Just about satisfactory. Okay. Chalo, okay. And who else is left?
I am, sir.
Yeah, Saket.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
May I start?
Yeah,
Uh,
please, sir.
Gentlemen, I perceive two characters in this picture, mood happy and age 20 and 22. My action of the story is a step towards cleanliness. Ram and Sham were two brothers who were standing on a bridge in Rishikesh and enjoying the scenery. Suddenly, they saw some plastic bottles that were dumped on the bridge itself. They immediately saw all over the bridge there were hundreds of bottles. They started collecting the bottles in a bag, and uh, they uh, they went to dump it. They could not find a dustbin nearly about 1 kilometer in radius, and they found it after a very long distance after they traveled. They dumped it, and they immediately took their phones out, googled the number of the authority which was responsible for maintaining the bridge. They called them, and they asked that they should put a dustbin on there so that they could dump easily the bottles or whatever the tourists come to them. And they again enjoyed the scenery there. Thank
All right. Okay. So time wise, just about okay. And yeah, it is a story is fairly relevant to the picture. So better show. Okay. I think, overall, Saket, you have been able to write stories which are relatable to the picture. Right. So just keep that up. Anybody else who's left? Akash, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Have you finished or no?
Yes, sir. I finished it.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else who's still left for narrating the story? Okay. ठीक है. So yeah. So इस तरह से आप लोग थोड़ा सा practice करो. And Samir, I think you need to apply yourself a little bit more. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So normally you have been writing okay stories. आज क्या हो गया?
Sir, I don't. I think.
और बहुत ज़्यादा practice कर लिए.
No, sir, not really, sir. I've been not practicing around, sir, after NDA. Means,
अच्छा, okay. Chalo, fine. So Aditya Raj, do I take it that you have not yet appeared for the SSB?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, चांद मतलब अभी नेक्स्ट तुम्हारा कब है, कौन सी डेट का है?
Sir, it is on 6th May, sir. TS 47, Kapurthala.
कपूरथला. ओके ओके. चलो, स्टे इन टच. विल सी एक बीच में एक और सेशन हम करेंगे, ठीक है? एंड या, keep suggesting anything else that you would like me to do. Right? Anybody, any doubts?
Sir,
Sir,
one thing I'd like to know the feedback of you, sir.
Huh?
How was my performance, sir, today?
Your performance, I said, it was much improved as compared to the previous performances. Right? Much better. Yes. Yeah. Who else? Somebody was saying something.
yes, sir. I completed some OIRs in the chapter wise. And sir, I think I need some more practice of set wise, because I have not practiced time boundedly, and I'm quite afraid if time pressure it could get wrong. Although I'm getting a good accuracy of 70-80% around, or more than that sometimes.
सो प्रैक्टिस जितना कर सकते हो करो आप, राइट, बट डोंट टेक अनड्यू प्रेशर ऑन योरसेल्फ, ठीक है, इट्स ओके, राइट, परेशान मत हो, जितना टाइम मिलता है उसको आप थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करो, ओके, द सेट्स व्हिच यू फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट, राइट, टेक समबडीज हेल्प,
Yeah.
या what else, anybody else, and keep updating your current affairs and area of interest, topics of area of interest, right? Chalo. Chalo, then I think we'll call it a day, and keep working, keep yourself motivated, right? Aditya Raj, इस बार छोड़ना नहीं है, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Chalo. And I hope you people are attending those special classes, etc. as and when you get a chance. Special classes काफी चल रही हैं, you'll find at least 20 special classes in a month, right? So I had done 2 special classes this morning on VAT and SRT. Yesterday I did on TAT, right? So try and go through those. I'm sure कई बार क्या होता है, एक बार में आपको समझ में नहीं आता है, and then some particular picture or some word that is being discussed, it suddenly strikes a chord, right? So do make use of these special classes on Unacademy, as well as whatever we are sharing here. Okay, chalo, thank you very much everybody, right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Chalo,
Jai
jai
Hind, sir.
jai.
Thank you, sir.